Key features of credit cards. The goal of the training video is to learn about grace period, minimum repayment amount, cash withdrawal and other charges. Credit card has numerous benefits for the user. However, there are certain features which can help you to use it even more cost-effective. Let's walk through these features of the credit card. In general, how can you use your credit card? For what type of financial activities? Grace period. Grace period means that for this amount of days, you are not charged the interest rate on the amount you spent. However, the grace period means the maximum period without charges. The maximum grace period does not apply to every transaction, but has fixed dates. It means the number of days free of interest rate depends on the actual date you made purchase. Let's see the example. Accounting period with dates. A month-long period, in the end of which the transactions are summarized. Maximum grace period with dates. A maximum period, after which you have to start repaying the money spent. Example of purchase date. Assume on this date you bought a fridge using a credit card. Repayment date. End of your grace period, when you have to start repaying. Time left to the end of the accounting period. Time that starts to be counted at the date of your purchase until the date of the repayment. Time left to the end of the grace period. The time between your purchase date and end of the accounting period, plus the constant second part of the grace period. Real grace period. Actual time between your purchase date and the day when you have to start repaying the money spent. In the end, your initially blank handout should look like this. The grace period is not constant. Its length depends on the date of the purchase. The closer to the end of the month, the shorter is the repayment period. Minimum repayment amount. Let us focus now on the repayment day. How much can you repay on this date? On the repayment date, either we can repay all the amount, that is 100% of the amount we spent within the settlement period, or we can repay the minimum amount that was agreed earlier with the bank. It can be 10%, 15% of the money spent in the given accounting period. So we pay either total amount, or agreed part, for example 10% of the amount of money spent in the given accounting period. It is important to understand the difference here. If we pay 100% of the amount we spent, we are charged nothing. If we pay only 10%, then we are charged an interest rate on the remaining 90%. Remember that it is better to repay all the amount before the end of the grace period, so that no interest rate is charged. Cash withdrawal. Many clients use credit cards for cash withdrawal. However, these transactions are charged for each withdrawal. What is the average amount of your last withdrawals from the ATMs? For example, for your credit card, you are charged 1% of the amount you are withdrawing, or at minimum €1. If you withdraw the cash from ATMs of other banks, these charges are higher. Other charges. There is one more rule to obey, if you want to decrease your costs of using the credit card. When you pay with your credit card in a shop, restaurant, or any other place that accepts payments with the credit card, ensure the POS machine is connected with your bank. If the POS machine belongs to your bank, the transaction is free of charge. If it belongs to other bank, you are charged a certain amount. Card limits. Your credit card has certain limits on daily cash operations and monthly balance. It is better to stay within the balance. In conclusion, we would like to remind you the following. With each day of the month, the grace period is shorter and shorter. If you pay only part of the credit card balance, remember that you are charged % on the remaining balance. Do not be late with your repayment to avoid extra charges. Limit your cash withdrawals from ATMs to avoid extra charges. Thank you for your attention.